it and give you a platform for where that could be exhibited. As much as we have a ministry, a teaching ministry, both in the kingdom and in the secular. But the one of the secular, of course, is the job I do. But the one in the kingdom, you need a place that somebody can give you a platform to use that. So I sincerely appreciate you, sir.
Somebody said they can't see from.
Oh. Is it me they can't see all this?
No, yeah, we have talking all read and I'm share your you'll be blocking it.
Okay.
So it's like automatically see by they'll be looking through you to read.
Okay, that's fine. Our session today is going to be very interactive. Can I have everybody seated, please?
Can we move to the front?
Yes, you can move to the front, that's fine. Let's move to the front. It's going to be, because I will need us to work together. We are not going to work individually. I need us to work together as people. Please make sure you are sitting beside somebody. Make sure somebody is sitting beside you. Praise the Lord. It's only in church that I will do this praise the Lord often. Don't mind me, there was a time I was in class and I said praise the Lord. The student looked at me like this, excuse me. Well, it has been a default, So, the theme of this program is to lead or not to lead. And there are things that are very important that we should pay attention to. I want to believe every one of us here, we are leaders. I'm also aware that this is a school of ministry. And everyone in the school of ministry, we are leaders. At any platform, we are leaders. At family level, we are leaders. At workplace, we are leaders. Even leading oneself. So leadership is key to success. Leadership is very key to success. And there's this saying in leadership field that everything rise and fall on leaders. If anything happens within any society, the focus is usually on the leaders. So that's why I'll be speaking on leading self to lead others. It's going to be in two parts. Leading self. It might be pretty difficult for somebody who has not been able to lead himself successfully to lead others. Leading self to lead others. I'll be looking at two different, angles to that. We'll try to understand personality, human personality. Then the second part, we'll look at emotional intelligence. These are key issues that most of the time we don't find them in the church. We don't find them discussed in the church. And these two key issues are very important to human relationship. For the sake of today, I want to see the church as an organization. And of course, you agree with me, it's an organization. And what's an organization? Anywhere two or more people come together to achieve our aim is an organization. So in a family, we have organization. Is that correct? In a family, we have organization because two or more people come together to achieve a particular goal. So anywhere you see more than two people, of course, that's an organization. And you agree with me. The concept of organization, God is the author of organization. From the book of Genesis, come, let us make man. The question is, are we saying God could not do this to make man by himself? He can. But he value organization. He said, come, let us do this together to make man in our own image. Every other thing he did by himself. But when it comes to the concept of a man, building man, God embraced organization. So it means two people have to come together to achieve a goal. And in doing that, you must understand individual personality that are coming together to achieve that goal. God himself understands who he was or who he is and understand the forces that he beckoned on to come together. Understanding your personality as a leader. We are in a society now where there is a lot of identity crisis because most people don't understand their personality. Your personality is beyond your name. That who are you? My name is Olubenga Akintola. No, that's not my personality. That is just an element of identity, which is name. As a matter of fact, it's a nominal identity. Because now some people can actually identify themselves as different things. In this era of inclusivity and inclusion, some could tell you, well, don't call me, my name is a snake, my name is this, my name is that. So, in leading self, somebody who cannot lead him or herself cannot lead others. I can tell you that for free. I've studied leadership, I teach leadership, I've researched on leadership, I've discovered that the first major thing for anybody who is a leader, at home front, at organization level, at units, group, choir units, prophetic units, and what have you. Even with interaction with people, you must first understand yourself. Leading self to lead others. I will be trying to understand personality. So in this session, we'll try to understand the concept of personality. We'll try to distinguish between different types of personality. Don't worry. I'm going to be academic. Please permit me. It's not a conventional church program. I'll go academic with you. Just permit me, please. Because at the end of this program, it will be for our human development, both in the church and in our daily life and even in our workplace. I'm very sure something will shift, other things being equal. We'll try to understand how personality and identity influence our behavior. There are things we don't know. It happens in the realm of subconscious. We don't know that that's how those things happen. We'll try to understand how our personality and identity influence our behavior, our relationship, and service in the kingdom. Now, I want a volunteer here now. Can somebody just volunteer himself? I want a volunteer. Somebody should just volunteer. I want a volunteer to come out here. Just one person. Don't worry, I'm not going to see any vision for you. Don't worry. Fantastic. Thank you, ma. God bless you. Please, just back the audience. Everybody tear a sheet of paper now. Everybody. Tear a sheet of paper. Don't write your name on the paper, please. Don't. It's going to be anonymous. I hope every one of you know her very well, right? Yes. Everybody, you know her. Fine. Be as objective as possible. Be as objective as possible. Everybody. Write 3 things you know about her. Both the good, the bad, and the ugly. Anyone. 3 things. As a matter of fact, if I were you, I will combine the 3. Be objective as much as possible.
One good, one bad, one ugly.
Write as much as you can. Be objective, you know you're in the house of God. Or there are some things you don't like, you want her to improve upon. Don't look at the back now. You won't see what they are writing about. There are things you want her to improve. There are things you want to emulate, from her. There are things you would love her to improve and this and that. You are done. Let me have it. Just 3. Don't worry, it's the same paper, so nobody will know. Don't fold it. It's the same paper. I will even shovel it. So people will not know who writes what. And I can tell you she will not even see it. You are done. Good. Thank you. Who else? Thank you. Thank you. Who else? I won't take your paper. It can be easily identified. I want a plain sheet, like a full sheet. God bless you, man. Please take your seat. Please give her a round of applause. Of course, it could be anybody. I hope you know. Yes. Good. You won't know who writes what because it's the same paper, right? Now, this is what people wrote about her. She's very straight, direct to the core. Yes. Don't say yes, so people don't identify you that you're the one who wrote what. She's lovely and nice. She can be very angry at times. She's smart, strict, and welcoming. She needs to be more tolerating. She's very passionate. She's very real to herself and others. I would like her to improve on her communication skill so that she's not perceived wrongly. Quick to anger, kind person. Take things very personal. Strong, caring, stern, or strict. Firm. Speak our mind, willing to learn. Good. As we have written this about her, the question is, all we have written, how did we get to know that? Somebody should talk to me. How did we get to know that? Interaction. Observation. That observation is it once? No. Over time. It happened again and again. And that takes us to the subject of personality. What is personality? A psychological quality that influences individual characteristics, behavior. But that's not where I'm going. So, personality is individual, not group behavior. It's individual behavior. It's a characteristics. Characteristics is features, right? It is characteristics of a dog to bark. When you see a dog, the first thing you will know about that dog is to bark. When a cat begins to bark, you know something has happened. It is not in the characteristics, it's not in the nature of a cat to bark, but it's in the nature of a dog to bark. But that barking is not just what you see once. It is what happens again and again. There is a pattern in a stable and distinctive manner. So everything you have written there, you have seen that pattern over time. That pattern is relatively consistent. Personality again. What's the pattern? What people see again, and again. There is relative consistency in the behavioral disposition. That is a pattern. So the behavior that is relatively consistent that people see about us is the personality. And you know what? In the field of communication, we believe that perception is real. Don't say, oh, it's their view. It's not their view. It's what they have seen. Over time. So it now behoves on you to correct what they have seen. In communication, there's what we call Johari window. You know Johari window very well. Known, unknown. What you see about yourself, what other people see about you. So people give you feedback. And we must also solicit feedback. So we can correct some of those things that people see about us. Until we correct it, those things still remain real. Those say, no, it's their notion, it's their perception. No, perception is real in corporate communication. And people will be dealing with you on the basis of how you are being perceived, on the basis of how they perceive you. If they perceive you as being strict, they perceive you as being weak, they will deal with you on that basis. So people close up, they don't want to talk to you. They know you won't see things from their perspective. Because you have projected a particular personality. What is personality? Characterizes pattern of behavior and mode of thinking that determines person's adjustment in an environment. What is personality? Any characteristics pattern. You will see in all that 4 definitions, there is one word that is consistent there. Pattern of behavior. Pattern of behavior. Thoughts, emotion, experience that exhibit relative consistency across time and situations. That's what you call personality. It is sum total of ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with you. Because they know that this is how you behave. So when they are, do you understand? And they will interact with you on that basis of the personality. There are people you cannot engage them with corruption in an organization. Because people knows that he won't take it. Am I talking to somebody? Before relocating to UK, I taught in a university in Nigeria. And I do go during exam. Of course, as a lecturer, you have to be part of the, supervisor. So I do go to exam or to supervise. And my student knows. Because I know also that I teach them very well. So having taught you very well, there is no reason you should engage in examination malpractice. That's my standard. They know. Even before exam, I go extra miles. Some will tell you that if Akintola teaches, it will be as if they should open your head and put those things there. They know. So when I come into the exam hall, the moment you are caught in the examination malpractice, just forget it. They know. So at times, I enter exam hall, students were just leaving the exam hall, go to another hall. But something happened. That was a student I caught. And one thing is that, of course, I have grown now. At times, I just look at them and say, there are things, it's not every breeze you open your eyes to. At times, you open your eyes to some breeze, death will enter your eyes, and blind that eyes, you won't see again. I've grown. Because with that level of personality, so that what I'm trying to say is that personality is fluid. With that level of personality, I was very strict. I'm still strict though, but with some level of diplomacy. Because I deal with people. Do you understand? So there was a student I caught. And one thing is that when you catch a student in examination malpractice, you must report it within 24 hours. If not, it becomes a problem. It's better you don't catch a thief than to catch a thief and not report it. They can come that is complicity, right? Yeah, that you are part of it. So the moment that student was caught, and I was trying to fill the examination malpractice form, and I had lecturers talking, my colleagues, that I can tell that Momoe. And the student now go and meet one of the lecturers that please help me beg. No, you can't help you beg Akintola. Oh. A lecturer was telling a lecturer, it was at that time I knew that there's a danger. That no. So at times when I see you, I just do as life. Anthony 2, Anthony first class gone buru one ti shuri re ambe de te wo to ngbe nkan ní class. Do you understand? Personality. Because I've seen a lot of people that lost their life because of they are too strict. If you are too strict, you are not bendable, you will break. Anything that cannot be bent will be broken. I've learned to be. I'm talking to you about personality. The sum total of ways in which individuals react and interact with others, most of them described in terms of measurable traits. Now, I said, please go ahead, quickly.
Is that not dangerous?
To
In terms of having to bend in circumstances like that. I get it. Definitely. I get it that definitely when you're a leader, you need to be a bit diplomatic. Sometimes.
absolutely.
But is that not dangerous? How do you then strike the balance whereby
Okay.
you don't put yourself in issue problems because you're trying to,
Bend.
blend with.
There are things that are permissible, especially within organizations, especially when it doesn't affect the fundamental core of the organization. If not strategic. Let me give you an instance. I'll give you another instance. I teach in a university where students are encouraged not to come late to the class. Are you with me? Students are not. And what students do at times is that when they come late, they will give their card to another person to tap for them. Normally when you come late, the policy says you are not permitted to enter or I will send you out. Do you understand? So at times, I don't know the reason why students come late. Some of them, they have gone for 12-hour shifts and coming to class. Some of them, they are coming from afar. Should I still stay on that policy that says when you come late 15 minutes after, I should have, I should put a disciplinary measure in place? What I'm trying to say is that look beyond the policy. There are things that you just have to see the context at which that thing happens, guided by the Holy Spirit. Do you understand? I'm just talking to you about personality now. That is to tell you that personality is not static. Personality is dynamic, it's fluid. And we'll get to see it as we move on. Let's look at some theories of personality. I'll take you through some theories of personality. Because all this will relate with people. And on the basis of our personality, we relate with them. I wish this place is full now. Because we have a lot of workers in this church. Now, let's look at the concept of personality. The theory was first, studied by Hippocrates. He lived 400 BC.
Actually, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
So I would like the question to just be like a yes or no answer. So back to what you were saying about the ability to do with the content of maybe why the person has disobeyed or why the person did not meet up to the time that the person was supposed to be in class. I want to take it out of the class now. So
Okay.
if you're a leader of a group and somebody is constantly, let me just use it as someone who coming late, and you can see that that person is not actually coming late because they want to, and you've noticed that every time the person had the opportunity to come early, the person takes the opportunity to actually show up early. Do you think, is it a yes or no answer to say, even when that person comes, just give the person grace and don't give others grace? Based on the content of how the person comes late, and it's just out of their control.
Based on my training, I'm not trained to answer yes or no answer question. I'm trained to look at context and situations. Because there will never be any two similar situations. Do you understand? And that is why we'll be discussing about personality. The concept of personality is individualistic. It helps us against profiling. It helps us against stereotypes. Now, Hippocrates lived 400 BC. He claimed that personality is determined by bodily humor. That the body shape, body size, determines how people behave. Don't forget, personality characterizes behavior. And of course, it's part of our assumption that there is a way people who are tall behave. There is a way people who are brief like me behave, right? People believe that somebody who is brief, they are very proud, they are arrogant, right? Somebody who is tall, they are very bold. That's why some ladies, they will be looking for somebody with 6 packs and, abandon some of us who didn't have 6 packs. No problem. Do you understand? Do you understand? People believe that, okay, my brother, please come. Yeah, please come. Thank you. Okay, stand where you are. Look at 2 of us. If you need to employ your protocol officer, don't intimidate me. You are too tall. If you need to engage a protocol officer, let's assume you become a prime minister or president, and you need a protocol officer to stand behind you. Who are you likely to employ? You are likely to employ him.
Before speaking to you, or before having interaction.
You don't know any one of us. 2 of us just came for an interview as a protocol officer. You are likely to pick him.
Yeah, but we still have a conversation with you.
Hello. At first sight, because even there are some job description that will give you specification of height. Other things being equal, majority will go for him. You are an exception, 1 out of 100. Of course, there are cases like that.
About the general rule, not
The general, yeah, I'm talking about personal.
Even with the general rule, for me, I don't care. Short of all.
Good. That will be at your risk anyway. Now, a lot of people will pick him. Do you know why? They will equate height to confidence. They will equate his stature to strength and confidence. And that's the argument of Hippocrates. That personality is about bodily humor. Please sit down. Thank you.
I think it also depends on the job.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
The job.
Mm-hmm.
When I say tall or short,
Mm-hmm.
but it depends on who you want and the job that you want that person for.
Absolutely, Grandma. We are looking at an average situation. Do you understand, ma? Now, look at this. And this is argument. William Sheldon, he identified 3 body type. And he brought out 3 types of personality that could come out of this body. Now, let me ask this question. If you are looking for somebody who is very smart, light on the ground, that can run very fast, who are you likely to pick? Ectomorph, right? But they have not been on the pitch. You pick him because that is the perception. If you are looking for somebody who is fit, that can be your bodyguard, who are you likely to pick? Mesomorph, because you see the 6 packs and what have you. If you are looking for somebody who can play a role of a father, I can dance with baby like this, who are you likely to pick? Endomorph. You could see that and they see personality. These are researchers. They see personality from the angle of bodily humor. That's why somebody will say I prefer a slim lady, I prefer a tall, short, because that's the perception. Are there arguments in support of this? Yes, yes, yes. There are arguments in support of it. But that's an angle to see personality. I'm driving somewhere just to show you how people see personality and how you see your own personality. That's why somebody will tell you that, no, I can't achieve it. I don't have the strength, you should ask those spies what influenced them to say that we are like grasshoppers in our own eyes. If not this. Hello? Those spies, they said we are like grasshoppers in our, not that the people saw us, in our own eyes. We are like grasshoppers. It came out of them. But Carl Jung did not see personality from the angle of biological individuality. He sees personality from the psychological dimension. That was why Caleb said, no, forget it. It's beyond the physique. We are able. That was why David said, look here, even if you are tall, your name is Goliath. I can do this. It is psychological. It's not your strength. It's not your physique. Carl Jung, he approached personality based on psychological preferences. 2 personality attitude, extroversion, introversion. Some people, they are introverts, some are extroverts. That has nothing to do with height or body size. You can be tall and be an introvert. You are quiet. Pastor Vaya and Pastor Vaya is very tall, more than I do. I talk more than he does. Pastor Vaya is quiet. He only speaks when he's on pulpit. I've lived with him for years. Do you understand? I've lived with him for years. Do you understand? And of course, you look at, 4 personality type. How people, gain information. So personality theories now. Based on Carl Jung, some other guys, Meyer and Briggs, they took the work of Carl Jung to now establish 16 types of personality. Every one of us will fall into that personality type. 16 type. How people gather information and what have you. So this 16 type is about where people draw their energy from. What kind of information you notice and remember? How do you decide and reach conclusion? Now, everybody, if you have a phone here, bring out, let's really do a class activity now. Scan that QR code. It will take you somewhere. Let's bring our phone, scan that QR code. We want to identify our individual personality. Scan that QR code. It will take you somewhere. Yes. Scan it. It's a psychometric test. Yeah, go ahead and fill it. If you have scanned it, go ahead and fill it. It's a class activity. Okay? So just... Okay, it's not fully loaded. It's fully loaded, just...
The internet here is not the best inside the church.
Okay, somebody... Use your own data, please.
No, I mean, even data going to go.
Okay?
So people have to go outside to go.
You might need to step out. Why not? Somebody got it here. Please, fantastic. Please go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. At the end of it, you get a score, a personality type. Grandma, this is it. Sorry, can you go back? This, okay, can you scan it again, Grandma? Let me see. Have you done the scanning? Okay.
Can I do what?
Okay, let me do this with you. Where's your camera? Here. Okay. So we'll try to scan the QR code. to that place, man, the earlier time. I think your system's supposed to scan this QR code. Let me see how you got to that place where you were. Did you just start the? Okay. 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 Yeah. Let's see. Free test here. If you have a result, you let me know. Probably internet, probably is loading. When I the way I clicked it here, it's supposed to come up. Okay. So just continue to that. No, you won't have this. Definitely I will. Don't worry, you will. Even with this, discover that on the paper. No worries. You have your result, can I see your hand?
Are you sure? Because I don't think that it is very, very big. So
should we fill in this part where it says email?
Well, you can, yeah, you can feed that and it is sent to your email. You send your result to your email. And, so what's your result? Let's see. Good. Just hold it here. Take a look at this.
okay.
That's your personality type. I've got some of the results. Can you have results?
No, almost there.
Almost there.
Almost
Okay.
there.
Yeah, you know, but I want to MBA class, master class. Okay. The one invite me, my wife. As you have your result, read that result and let agree with it or you don't. Who else got a result? You have a result, okay? Do you agree with those things?
I do, actually. I do.
Do you agree with your results? Absolutely. We are discovering our personality now. We are understanding ourselves now. You see the strength and the weaknesses of that personality type. You might need to save that. You might need to send it to your email. PC.
You have to put our email there.
Yeah, you can. Is your no, after, yeah, you can put it so you send it to your email. You see your result. You have your results, Ma?
Yeah,
Okay. So what's your result?
yeah.
Okay. And I say the logistician. Okay. Logistician. I've seen an entrepreneur here. Pastor Mrs. Who are you?
Executive.
Executive, okay. Who else? Sorry? Okay. Well, it has pros and cons.
You are executive. You are.
Pastor B, what's your no, it has. There is no personality type that is better than the other.
Don't worry. No.
It's unique. You have to tell us this class activity. No.
What is Shelby Shelby?
Yeah, I've done it before. This one. No,
Let me see.
Paper.
This is
No.
You are protagonist or what?
No.
Entertainer, okay?
Pastor the Kalima show.
What's your personality type?
Pastor come here.
That's the real you. That's it.
oh wow.
You know how to engage in self-denial. That's the real you.
Don't say it to them.
Yeah. Revealing you to you.
That's not me.
That's what the psychometric test has done. That's the essence of psychometric test. As a matter of fact, you know why? You are actually playing out that personality.
I know.
He's a defender.
You know when I was playing.
playing it
You know
out.
when I was playing. When I used to play soccer. This is my role. This is my role.
You're not done. Who else?
Which one are we reading out? The protagonist?
You are protagonist. Good. Now, take note of the acronym. Hello? Take note of the acronym under that. Send that to your email. I'll tell you what you can use it for later. If your acronym is ISTJ, let me see your hand. ISTJ. You're serious, quiet, thorough, and dependable. You see to it that everything is well organized and accurate. You are practical, orderly, matter of the fact. You are logical and realistic. You take responsibility. You notice what needs to be done. You follow through steadily regardless of protests or distraction. Is that you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. We are discovering our personality now. Can I tell you something? The greatest agony that happened to a man is not to himself. himself. If you don't know yourself, it will be difficult for you to fulfill purpose in life. Do you have anybody who is ISFJ? Good. You are conscientious, responsible, quiet, friendly. You work devotedly to meet your obligations. You are thorough, painstaking, accurate, patient with necessary details. You lend stability to any project or group. You are loyal, considerate, sensitive, and concerned with how other people feel. Is that you?
Yes, sir. Amen.
That is real you.
No, defender talking.
No, defender is just the nomenclature. But these are characteristics, behavior that play out. Yes. What's your acronym? INTJ. INTJ. You are independently minded and original. You have great drive for your own ideas and purpose. You seek. Can you imagine? You seek spiritual explanation. You could be skeptical, critical, determined, and sometimes stubborn. You develop systems in area of expertise. You organize and carry through your projects with or without help. That's it. What we are doing here is just to know ourselves. Leading self to lead others. Pastor B. ESFP. ESFP. You are outgoing, enthusiastic, easygoing, accepting, and friendly. You enjoy nearly everything and everyone. You make things more fun for others by their enjoyment. You are sociable. You know what was going on. Okay. You are sociable. You know what was going on. Join in eagerly. You use common sense and practicality with people and things. Is that you? Even somebody can confirm. That is our personality from the angle of Mayer and Briggs. You have it on your results. Your results described it there. So send it to your email. I will tell you what you can use it for, even professionally. Hello? Okay, let me just say this. You see, at times I sit on panel of interviewers, right? When we ask people to describe themselves, and the way they describe themselves is not to, I'll still come back to that. Even on our CV, on our LinkedIn, you know, people just copy someone's personality profile and put it on their own. And that is not who you are. Don't blame them because they don't know who they are. Or they ask ChatGPT to describe and you just put on your CV. So when we are interviewing, you will discover that what you are telling us is quite different from what you are saying. Because you don't know who you are. Please go ahead, man.
But the situations and maybe environment
Yeah.
to push you into the
Another person. Absolutely. Personality is not static. It's fluid. And we'll come, as we move on, we'll come to discover what are the factors that influences personality.
There are some people that are watching me online. If you can tell them to put their personality maybe on YouTube so we can.
Okay. For those who are watching online, please, it will be out of place if you put your personality type on YouTube, comment. Yeah, we appreciate that. Okay, let's move on. There is another school of thought that sees personality from just two angles, not 16, as Mayer and Briggs. Friedman and Roseman, in 1974, they categorized personality on two extremes, personality A or personality B. Their argument is that you are either a personality A or personality B, not the proliferation of personality type like Mayer and Briggs is. So people with personality type A, you are competitive, you have high need for achievement, you are aggressive, You walk fast, you are impatient, you are restless, you are extremely alert, densely facial muscles. Everybody look up now. If I should ask you, where do you belong? Can somebody talk to me? Personality A or B? B. Extremely B. Yes, Pastor Mrs.? Extremely A. Extremely. Are you sure? You don't have elements of B in you at all.
I mean, if you have to fulfill all that, to be in A or B, then someone like me is not in any.
In the real context, look at yourself. Are you sure you are extremely A or extremely B? You are extremely A. Which means the implication of that is that you don't have anything to do with B. You are not easygoing. You are not always patient. You are not easily frustrated. You are not relaxed. Okay? You move and you don't, okay, you seldomly lack enough time. Is that you? So you are extremely A. Okay. Pastor Mrs., you are extremely A. That is one of the criticisms of this categorization. That the two classifications are extreme. It's not in all cases you have people who are extremely A or extremely B. You will see a mix of it. Do you understand? And that is a major criticism of this categorization. But of course, one could be more dominant than the other. Is that correct? One can be more dominant than the other. Now, this another one, another categorization we are looking at. The Big Five Factor model by Costa and Murray. They look at the cluster that appears consistently to capture main personality traits. They look at human personality from 5 different traits: openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, and negative emotionality, which is called neuroticism. You have a psychometric test that has been given to you, is in your pack. Let's see if you can quickly do this psychometric test. Feel that, yes, yes. The one page, yes. Let's quickly do that. I told you I'm going to go academic with you, so there'll be a lot of activity in the class. Yes, this personality test wants to see the level of your openness, the level of your conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, or neuroticism. It could be high, it could be low. You will see the, what do you call it? You will see the interpretation afterwards. But objectively now, let's just feel it. Now, let me tell you how to go about it. Yes. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay. Okay. On page 1, the Big Five Factor Locator is an easy-to-use instrument for assessing an individual personality profile. It is presented here for demonstration and discussion and should be regarded as providing only an approximate measure of an individual. So on this center scale, circle the points which most accurately describe you between each of the 2 terms presented. You are either eager or you are either calm. If you tilt towards being eager, of course, that will be 5, 4. If you tilt towards being calm, that will be 1, 2. If you are in between, you maintain the midpoint. Is that okay? So on those 2 extremes, they are opposite. They are opposite behavioral characteristics. Do you understand? It's either you prefer being with others or you prefer being alone. So if you are in between, you maintain the midpoint. Do you understand it now?
Sorry, it's confusing. I'm actually trying to relate what you're saying
No, go to page 1. Do you understand it now? It's either you are eager or you are calm. If you tilt towards being eager, of course, 5 and 4. If you tilt towards being calm, 2 and 1. If you are in between, you maintain the midpoint, 3. So it's a self-rating scale. So you rate yourself on those behavioral characteristics. Let's see. You are done, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are done now. Okay. Calculate. So what you have in 1, 6, 11, 16, 21. For instance, 1 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. You give you a score. That score will be, that score will be here. You put the score here. Put the score here. Put the score here. So what you have in row 2, row 7, row 12, row 17, row 22. Row 2, row 7, row 12, row 22. You add it together. Now, if you are done with the first page, can we move together? Are we on the same page? Okay, so on the second page now, what you have on roll 1, roll 6, roll 11, roll 16, roll 21, the score you have, you add them together. Do you understand it now? Roll 1, if you check here, you'll see calculate your negative emotionality score by adding this, the score you have here, you add it together to give you an omnibus score here. So you see roll 1, roll 6, roll 11, roll 16, roll 21. Roll 1, roll 6, roll 11, roll 16, roll 21. So you have 3 here, plus 3, 6, plus 3, 9, plus 5, 16, plus 2, 18. That is your score. Put it here. So what you have in row 2, row 7, row 12, you had it together too. Do you get that? These are rows. So you calculate, you had what you have in row 1, row 6, row 11, row 16, row 21, you add it together, it gives you a score here. What you have in row 2, row, and so forth, you add it together. So in row 1, you have 3 or 2, right? 2 plus 1, 3, 6, 7, 9. That's the score because you have added the row together. You put 9 here. So what you have in row 7, row 12, row 17, you add it together to give you a score.
What I did is I added row 1 plus row 6
Yes,
plus row 11 now.
absolutely.
Okay, so that's how I'm going to get it.
Yes, plus row 16
16, yes.
and row 21.
That's fine. Okay, that's
That is what you have here.
yes, that's
And you do it.
all right.
For, yeah. Now, look at this. Which one describes you?
So which one is it?
If you tilt towards eager, it It could be 5 or 4, depending on the intensity, right? Or the extreme. If you tilt towards calm, that should be 1 or 2. If you are absolutely eager, if you are moderately eager, if you are absolutely calm, moderately calm. If you are in between, that will be 3. Hold on. Are you sure you have? Openness, good. Conscientiousness, 15, good. Extraversion, 13, good. Agreeableness, 23, good. Negative emotionality, 17, fantastic. I should appoint you as a class governor. I will explain that. Do we all have our scores?
So this one is the first one. So we should add all this together. Is it? No.
3 plus 4, 7,
7. Okay.
plus 3, 10, plus 3,
Okay, that's 13.
13, plus 3, 16. That is what you have here.
Oh, okay.
So what you have in row 7, row 6, row 12, row
okay.
17, and 20, you had them together too.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
You know, the one we did was
Yeah.
row here. So row 2, row 7, row
That's fine.
12, row 17, row 22. How are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm the last one.
Okay. Good. Fantastic. Now look at where this trait, the score here, put it here. For instance, emotionality, good.
Extroversion is 12. Openness 9. Agreeable 15.
Good. Do we all have our scores now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's wait for others. If you are not there, say wait for me. Absolutely. If you are not there, say wait for me. Grandma, it is well. 18. Okay. Now, don't worry, we are discovering our personality. Right? Now, let's go to item 7, not the one at the back. Item 7 on the paper. When you have calculated your 5 score, transfer them to the interpretation sheet. That's interpretation sheets. By putting a cross at the approximate point on each scale. You see those score there, they are approximate. The one you calculated is the real score. Do you understand? Can I use an example of somebody? The class rep, let me use the example. Give me your scores. Your openness, 9. Your conscientiousness, 15. Your extraversion, 13. Your agreeableness, 23. Your negative emotionality, 17. Now, if you look at the interpretation sheet, you score 9. All those scores you see there, they are estimates. They are not the real one. So, we put a strike on those scores. The real score you have is 9. You write 9 before 10, which means you tilt more towards being a preserver. And you see the characteristics behavior there. you are practical, you are conservative, you are efficient, and you are expert in what you do. That is your characteristics, behavior, with respect to openness, which means you are open to ideas. Now, your conscientiousness, you are not low on conscientiousness. You see, the first one shows you are low with openness. You are conservative. You really change. You are not open, probably, to new things. It has its strengths and its weaknesses too. Right? If you look at the second one, you are balanced with conscientiousness. You circle that. You are balanced, so which means you have a combination of the two. With extraversion, 13, you are not an introvert, neither are you an extrovert. You are more of an ambivert. Do you understand it now? With agreeableness, your score is 23. You have high level of agreeableness. And you put that after 20, 23. You strike out others approximate. So you are trusting, you are humble, altruistic, you are a team player. You have it to the highest level. So when you are describing yourself in your CV, these are the characteristics, behaviors that should inform your CV. No, it depends. It depends. No, of course, you don't use one size fits all CV. It depends on if the job description describes that. You should be able to put it there. And not that somebody told you or you saw a vision. You know this has evidential. This has empirical evidence that indeed I am. Yes, ma'am. Except we engage in self-deception. Well, so that's why when we are filling psychometric tests, objectivity is key. Just do it the way it is, except to engage in self-deception. Because this has been tested over times. Psychometric test has been validated across different culture, across different, it has gone through high level of validation. A lot of validity tests and reliability tests has been done.
So should this then speak into the first one we did as well?
You match it. I'm coming there. There is a class activity that will match both. Right? Now, on emotionality now, your score is 17. You are in between being responsive and being reactive. You cross others out. So you could have a bit of low negative emotionality or high negative emotionality. Do I have one of us who have done this, right? So what we are saying is that on these 5 traits, this is about trait theory, right? On these 5 traits, we can be high or we can be low. And that is who we are. And what brings about our current personality now is as a result of so many things. A lot of different things has influenced who we are now. 10, 15 years ago, we are not who we are now. Is that correct? Yes. Good. And that takes us to what actually influences personality. This one that you have now, what actually influences it? How did I get here? There are so many factors that influence human personality, but they have been categorized into 4. Genetic factors. What you call heredity. Oh, this is how my dads behave. At times, we'll see ourselves as a reflection of our parents. Even some of our parents see themselves in us. This is how I was behaving while I was younger. Do you understand? Because there are genetic codes. Behavior is part of what goes into the genetic codes. Right? Of course, that's why somebody will say, want to go and do DNA. Because there are some behavior that Do you understand? I'm not saying that. Genetics also influence our behavior. That one is purely biological. You don't have control. But over time, science has shown that even gene can be modified. Yeah. There are a lot of products now, we call it genetically modified products. Of course, in the lab, science has advanced to the point that gene can be modified. Right? Also, cultural factors influence our personality. We are product of culture. And culture is sociological, not biological. We are born into culture. We are not born with culture. If I was born in China, despite I'm of Nigerian origin, I'm likely to be behaving like a Chinese. Is that correct? Culture is sociological, not biological. That was what John Locke says in his theory. He said, when a child is born, the mind of that child is like a tabula rasa, a clean slate. As the child grows, the society begins to inscribe on it. We are product of our culture. From the family front to the school system, at the family front, there are things that were inscribed on us. The way we greet, the way we respect elders and what have you. You get to school also inscribed. You get to the workplace also inscribes some things in you. You get to the society also inscribed. Religious organization, these are cultural organization. So culture also shape our personality. Now we are in summer. I doubt if any member of this church here now will go out there despite the summer and walk on the street half naked. I doubt it. Why? Culture has shaped you. Religion, which is an element of culture, has shaped you. Tradition, which is an element of culture, has shaped you. Do you understand? Culture influences our personality. There are things that naturally, it's very difficult for me to do it. Why? I'm just a representation of my culture. Also, situations also influence our personality. There are situational factors. You find yourself in an environment determines some things. You don't have choice. You have stayed too long in that environment. Naturally, that will be part and parcel of you. One of it is that when you see people in this environment, even if you don't like them, you just smile to them. Just situations. Not only that, and I use this example often. If you find yourself in 3-story building, ordinarily, if I ask you to jump, will you jump? No, you won't jump. But if you find yourself in that room, and somehow, lion enters that room, will you jump? You will jump. You will know you have that boldness as a characteristic behavior in you until you find yourself in a particular situation. And I tell people jokingly that you don't know you are a thief until you have the opportunity to steal. When you have the opportunity to steal and you don't steal, that's when you can say, I'm not a thief. Don't say you are not a thief yet. Don't say it. So you don't call everybody sinner because you are embracing selective sin. You are a selective sinner. There are some sin that you think you cannot do, but you are castigating everybody. If you find it, don't be quick to judge other person because you have never been in that position. If you find yourself in that position, you might do worse. I'm talking about situational factors. Paul never believed he could deny Jesus. But he found himself where they put gun on his head. He denied him.
3 times.
You understand? Are you talking from experience? Do you understand? He denied Jesus. Situations. That is why at times you just have to Be empathetic with people. I'll discuss more about empathy when we get to emotional intelligence, the second part of my class. Situation determines our, and these are environmental. What other things that determines our personality, that influence our personality? Social factors, environment, where we find ourselves. And you see, these 4 factors can be further categorized into 2: the nature and the nurture. Nature is biological, it cannot be altered. Nurture are the things we develop with over time. Now, let's come to look at this. Genetic factors. Is it nature or nurture? Nature. You agree with me it's nature, right? Good. Cultural factor. Nature or nurture? Nurture. Situational factor. Nature or nurture? Nurture. Good. Social factors. Nature or nurture? Nurture. Which means 75% of what influences human personality is nurture. The environmental. That is why you see a child behaving. Don't blame that child. You are not being intentional in forming the personality of that child. The nurture has a larger grip on anybody than nature. The current Satan was an angel. Why did he become a Satan? Does that make any sense? Yes. Nurture is very strong. But as strong as nurture is, it can be modified. You choose what forms your personality. I can choose the culture I will embrace. I can choose the situational factors I will expose myself to. I can choose the social factor I'll get myself involved in. So you can be intentional about your personality. Not that, this is how I am, this is how I've been doing for many years. If I need let me go one mommy, in my family they know me. You are not, it's just, you don't know yourself. Do you understand? It's just that. Hello? Personality is meanable. Another thing that influences personality is this. Another thing that influences personality is self-concept. Look at this picture. What can you say from that picture? Can you make any sense of that picture? Yeah. No, not as a cub, as a cat. Yes. That's the lion. A king of a jungle, seeing himself as a cat. Do you think if this one, that is mindset. Do you think if this one see hyena in the jungle, do you think it will wait? It will not, because success and defeat start from the mind. And it influences your personality and what you do and what you don't do. We are like grasshoppers. It starts from the mind. Anybody that wins, first wins in the mind. We live in a shadowy world. Success first starts from the mind. Also, failure also starts from the mind. Self-concept. It influences personality. It influences some things you will dare. At times, some openings comes at workplace. No, this is not for some of us. So no, we cannot do this. So no, it's not for some of us. Self-concept.
I have a question.
Please go ahead.
How do you then strike the balance between self-confidence and positivity, and when it becomes toxic?
Good. Let's look at this element of self-concept. There are 3 elements of self-concept. 1, self-worth. What is worth? Value. Self-worth. What do you worth to yourself? How do I determine my own worth? The first place to determine my worth is from the scripture. What does it say about me? fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the image of God. That is the first thing. So if you are tall than me, more than me, you are too tall. I'm a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. I gave myself forth from that. And that word cannot lie. It was stated 7 times. So my self-worth is first settled. There. Unmistakably settled. Self-worth. Because it could determine how you see yourself. There is nothing I cannot dare, man. The moment I have the conviction of the Holy Spirit as you go for it, I will dare it. If I don't get it, I will learn something. But what if I don't dare it, and somebody who is not as credible or as skillful as I am got it? The second one is self-image. What is image? A mental picture. Can I really do an experiment in this class? Can I have everybody close your eyes? Trust me. Just close your eyes. I have 2 bottles of water to give to you. You have to pick one of those bottles. You have to pick one. One has a label on it. iPhone 18 Pro Max. That's the label on it. The other one has a label on it. COVID-19. You have to pick one. Please open your eyes. Which one will you pick? Why will you pick iPhone? I just told you they are both bottles of water. Image. Mental picture. The moment I mentioned iPhone 18 Pro Max, something struck your mind. Machinery. The moment I mentioned COVID-19, something also struck your mind. It is called mental picture. When people mention your name, things struck people's mind. When your name is being mentioned, something struck people's mind. It's mental image. Image of somebody who is competent or somebody who is not competent. Image of somebody that will come and disrupt the unit. You should be able to manage the perception about you. In corporate communication, public relations specifically, we talk about image or perception management. The way people see you matter. Don't always say it doesn't matter how they see me. They matter. It matters. You will not always be where you'll be discussed. Personality. So your image. Grandma, yes, ma'am.
Will it not also depends on the group of people that say whatever and yourself? Or God is saying you are special and some people are putting you down?
Good, man. God is saying I'm special.
Mm-hmm.
And people are putting me down.
Yeah.
I have a responsibility
Okay.
to also let people see that I'm special by how I do my things and my performances. It will change over time. It's just like when you are diluting, grammar in primary school, we have what we call watercolor. If you have a color of red, thick red, and you want to make pink out of it, you start diluting it with white. Over time, it becomes lighter and becomes pink. So by our effort, by our activities, by our performance over time, that image about me will change. But what didn't change, sir? Are there things that are now changing about you?
No, sir. Maybe I'm not bringing it out.
Okay.
You're conforming to them.
No, that's not conformity.
No, I don't need to see. I understand what she's saying.
Okay.
When you say, okay, the way God has called you yourself, the way God sees you, with the way people sees you, and with time, it started changing. Changing to what? To what people sees you.
Hold on.
To what God sees me.
Hold on. Let's get it clear here.
Yes.
Let's get it clear here, man. I'm not talking about conformity.
Okay.
Neither am I talking about hypocrisy.
Thank you.
Hold on. The way you said you see yourself, And you said God sees you, and you see yourself there. Were they there? Hold on. Just be open-minded. Right? God has come into these streets and what have you. Right? So everybody must align because this is who I am. Good. We can align. This is who you are. But you should convince us beyond reasonable doubt to align with who you are. Not to lure it on us.
Sir, for me, even people see me as straight. I'm just using myself as an example now. I don't see myself as straight.
Good.
Honestly.
But do you agree that their perception is correct?
I don't care. I
That's
don't want
where
to.
the problem
I don't want to
is.
use the word. I don't care, sir. The reason why I said
You
that
just
is that.
did.
Yes, okay, I did because that's their own. That's the way they see it.
Perception is real, man.
I know it is real, but for me, for them to say, "Oh, she's straight," why is she straight for? Because she's being firm.
Hello, man.
No. Please, let me just talk here.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And
This is school of ministry.
I'm not defending myself, and I'm not. People saying, okay, the listener, oh, she's straight. They are not the first one that will say I'm straight.
Good.
Even my children say, but I don't know what they mean by being straight.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you know being straight is a virtue? Mm-hmm. Do you agree with me?
Yes. I don't.
It's a
I know.
I'm not sure if you are straighter than me.
I know.
Yes. I work in the academics, and I've been in academics for over 15 years, teaching at highest level. I teach masters, PhD student, right? I'm not sure that you are straighter than me. When people say you are straight, at times, I understand the angle at which you are coming from. People want you to compromise.
Exactly.
In order to fit into their, what they want to do, I understand. But being strict is relative. Are you strict on principles? Or you are just naturally high-handed? Do you understand it now? It is you alone that can determine that. But what we are saying is that when people give you feedback, you are familiar with Joari window. When people give you feedback, always check the authenticity of that feedback. And we use 360-degree feedback mechanism. From the people who don't like you, that say you are straight, go and meet people who like you too. That cross-check with others. Somebody said I'm straight. What do you have to say? That person will be able to balance it for you. You should. If you want to build. Yes, ma.
I think that takes me back to that question when
Yeah.
I said, where do you strike the balance between self-worth
Yeah.
and when it gets toxic?
Yeah.
For example, at work, people tend to look at themselves more highly than they are when they come to you to say, I think I'm ready for progression.
Okay.
I think I'm already acting as a senior manager.
Okay.
But you, the team lead, know, come on, where is that coming from?
Yeah.
We are still struggling with you on a manager level.
Okay.
But that is because the person has a self-worth mentality
Yes.
that is very high.
Good.
That is not mirroring the self-image that is being projected out there.
Absolutely. Mhm.
So therefore, if somebody is not mirroring both, or they don't see how both of them come together,
Yeah.
or they have a biased self-image
Yes.
view, then there's going to be a problem. Then it might become toxic because you then have a team member, or you yourself become a bit toxic to the team.
Absolutely.
Because you can't just see, you can't marry your self-image with your self-worth.
Good.
Kind of.
Absolutely. You are taking me to HR now. So what we do in that case is we do, of course, in HR you do performance appraisal, right? You do 360-degree appraisal, 360-degree feedback. This person now, of course, ask the person to rate himself. Definitely will rate himself high, right? Ask his contemporary, there's one called peer review. Contemporary within the organization to rate the person. You are not likely to get the same results. Ask the subordinate to rate the person. Ask the superordinate to rate the person. Not only that, those are internal. Go external. ask the clients, the suppliers, to rate the person, the people who usually deal with the person. Anonymously, without the person knowing. You will be able to see the clear picture. We'll call it 360-degree feedback. With that 360-degree feedback, you will definitely know if the person is actually over, bloating his or her own performances, or the person actually what. And of course, Sanik, are you with me? Of course, the KPI will show. The key performance indicator will show if the person has actually delivered. So that's one, HR has developed to the point. We have HR metrics now that we use to measure so many things on different, scale. So it is not enough to have self-worth. It is not enough that self-image of people, you take it to clan and sinker, compare it, triangulate it with other sources. Does that make any sense? Yeah. Then we'll talk about ideal self, who you are. This also influences personality. So, individual self-concept now, the way I see myself could influence the way people see me. If I see myself as timid, people will see me as timid because I will act that timidity out naturally. If I see myself as confident, people are likely to see me as confident because naturally it's a characteristic behavior. I will act it out. What I expect from myself, what I will expect from me. Now, how is personality being measured? From all we have said, there are two schools of thoughts. The nomothetic approach and the ideographic approach. Nomothetic is from the word nomos, which means laws. Ideographic is from the word ideo, which means private. Some people believe that nomothetic personality can be seen from the angle of general laws. Right? When you see somebody who is tall, or you have seen 2-3 people that are tall, they behave in a particular manner, you can conclude that everybody that is tall, they behave in this manner. You see somebody who is black or somebody who is white and behave in a particular manner, you believe that everybody who is black, they believe in this manner. As true as that could be, because it is positivist in nature, it embraces, survey, and you take a sample from the generality, and from sample, you can deduce the characteristics of the population from the sample. Am I going too technical? I'm sorry. No. You have a bowl of water. You use cup to take part of that water. You drink the water, you discover that it is tasty. You don't need to drink the entire water in the bowl to know that that water is tasty. The sample you have taken could actually, you can deduce from it that the entire water is bad. That is what you do. So you can use that one to generalize. But as good as that is, there is a danger there. The danger of profiling. Well, people who come from this area, this is how they behave. You you've not had the opportunity to deal with everybody. Probably you had to encounter 1 or 2. You now generalize. That is wrong. As, of course, there could be genetic factor towards that, but we need to be careful in generalization because it could lead to profiling, it could lead to building stereotypes. You have a mind that one, no, that's that. In our relationship with people, we should avoid profiling and stereotypes because of general law, because I've seen that pattern, even to an individual. Because the person has done something to you 2-3 times again, that doesn't mean that person could be doing it. That person could have changed, you don't know. So, of course, personality is not static. It is based on statistical study, which I've explained. It describes personality in terms of individual possession or trait, and it sees it from the angle of group, right? Believe that personality is primarily determined by heredity. Nomothetic, they believe that personality is determined by heredity and cannot be altered. But ideographic is saying no, personality can be altered. Personality is primarily determined by social and cultural interaction. We are not biological machines. No, we are product of the society over time. I put this to you. Some of us that were in UK now, after 10, 15 years, when you return to your home country, your Nigeria, you return to Nigeria, there are some behavior naturally that will change. And people will like, do you understand that what happened? It's not your fault. The environment, the culture you find yourself has altered your personality. Right? So, believe that personality is adaptable. Yes. Open to change. True openness. Now, let's do these class activities. Every one of us will have to do it. Now, to an extent, you have a personality. You are aware of your personality now from the psychometric test we have done. Is that correct? Yes. Everybody, please take your seat. In your paper now, from the results you got from those two psychometric tests, use 15 words to describe yourself. From that result, hello? From this one and the MBTI one you did. Please, before you do it, let me lay a foundation here. You see this question. Hello? Yeah. You have to describe yourself. You see this question. Everybody in life, you answer this question. The question of, who am I? Is a question of identity. If you don't know who you are, the society will describe who you are not. Hello? I give you an instance. At a point we are, interviewing some guys, about 3 of them, or, 2 of them rather. I just give this example. 2 of them, they've come to be interviewed as an executive driver in an organization to drive MD CEO. And the first one was asked. And you know what's about this question? In interview, is the most frequently asked question. And guess what? It's the most failed question. Who are you? Tell us about yourself. Can we meet you? That is the first question they ask you. As a matter of fact, in contemporary time, they don't even ask it direct that way. The way they ask is now, okay, tell us why you are the suitable candidate for this job. It's still the question of who are you? And the first one, we ask, okay, tell us about yourself. Say, my name is Emeka Chukodi. I'm from Idemili North Local Government. I attended social primary school, I attended social secondary school. That name wasn't the real name, it was just a pseudonym. I'm from social primary school, I attended social secondary school. I was born into a family of 7. I'm the firstborn. I got married in social date. I have social children. I live at social place. He roll out his autobiography. That's who he thinks he is. Don't blame him. He doesn't know who he was. The second guy was asked, tell us about yourself. Can we meet you? He did not even bother to tell us his name. He started by saying, I'm a professional driver. I have a valid driver's license. I understand the road network of this environment and neighboring community. Every week, I drive my bus to a journey of 200 kilometers to and fro. And he concluded by saying, I am a safe driver. Can I talk to somebody in this class? If you're on that panel, who will you give the job among the 2? Sir? And you might be shocked. The first one might have more experience than the second one. But he doesn't know who he is. Hello? Life will ask you this question. Who are you? Peter, I know. Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. Who are you? Life will ask you this question. Your ability or inability to answer this question because you don't understand your personality could make or mar you. Who are you? Now, from the psychometric test, you have an idea of who you are. Is that correct? Now pick a pen and a paper. Write it as a statement. Don't itemize it. Write a statement. Use 15 words from your results that you have from the psychometric test. Describe who you are. You have 5 minutes to do that. Because that's really who you are anyway. Don't write it from your head. Write it from the result you have. And write as a statement. And probably that will inform what you have on your CV now. You just need to go and change what you have on that CV. To describe yourself appropriately. And that LinkedIn profile, you might need to change it. Who are you? You write as a statement. Don't list it.
I'm not listening.
Okay. For her not to have done the first one, she might not be able to do this one. The first one starts from here and there. Don't worry. I'm very sure somebody else, the class rep, Mr. The Asana fan, will take you through. Don't worry, after the class, you put her through here. From your result. Are you writing it from your result?
Yeah.
Okay. Both 2 results.
Yeah.
Somebody's done? If you are done, can I see your hand? Somebody's writing paragraph. Just 15 words now. That is instruction. 15 words.
It's not listed. The sentence.
It's a sentence. Don't list it. 15. Thank you, Grandma. Yes. Tell us. Who are you? Use the mic.
I'm a confident person
Please listen. I'm a confident person.
that is able to work as an independent person and also as a team player. I prefer things clear out. I'm a practical person that acts on facts. I'm very reserved, trustworthy, humble, and I'm a very reactive person.
Absolutely.
Can I read mine? Listen. Okay. For me, honestly, what I saw, because this is very interesting.
Did you get that from your results?
Yes, from my results.
Good.
I said I am a very calm person who like to be alone most times, which is true. No nonsense.
Do you have no nonsense in your results?
Yes. Yeah.
Or is your fabrication?
No, it's not my fabrication. It's here. It's
Okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No nonsense. With no nonsense attitude. Very cautious and neat. I am very optimistic, cautious, and generous person.
Fantastic.
I am focused, outgoing, and a good team player who is highly open.
Fantastic.
To,
Stanike, let me hear from you. Don't worry, let's hear you.
I am a trustworthy and dependable professional.
Okay.
Believes in integrity with a mindset of resolving problems with clear processes.
You got that from your result. From the result. Good. Now everybody look up. Pastor B, you want to tell us? Don't worry.
It's still loading.
Okay, no worries.
So, I don't know why.
Now, hello? Now, what you have described now, can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention? What you have described, did you get that details? Did you give details about your social or professional role? I'm a daughter of somebody, I'm a son of somebody. Did you give that details? No. Because that's not who you are. So who you are is not biological. Did you give personal details about your height, your weight, your hair color? Did you give that details? No, that's not who you are. Did you describe your personality characteristics? I am trustworthy, I am honest. Did you? Yes. Because that is who you are exactly. Characterizes behavior. So personality is not about biology or biological individuality. It's about psychological preferences, psychological characteristics. That's who you are. What's the implication of this for us as I try to round up? The implication of this session, understanding personality, it helps you in self-awareness. You are aware about who you are now. Recognizing your strengths, your blind spots, and your emotional trigger. It helps you to improve your decision making and composure. Because you are self-aware about who you are now in dealing with people. You know what can trigger the anger. You know what's in making decisions, you know what to do. It also helps our growth mindset. Now I know who I am now. I know my weaknesses. I now need to put personal development plan, PDP, in place in order to convert that weakness to strength. Because the psychometric test has shown me my weakness. And I develop growth mindset not to remain where I am now that I know myself. It helps our growth mindset. It also helps us with empathy and communication. The part two, the second session, we'll be talking about emotional intelligence. We'll look more about empathy and communication. There is a way you can say a right thing in a wrong way. So you should learn to say a right thing, not in a wrong way. You can still communicate a bad thing in a very enviable way. I give you an instance. My pastor, there was a time, somebody, a member of the congregation, lost the dad. Very daring dad. This person has been striving so hard to take care of the dad. Eventually, the dad died. They couldn't tell her. They now told the pastor. That the pastor would know how to tell her. The pastor said, no problem. Do you understand? The pastor now called her. How are you, my daughter? I'm fine, daddy. Playing with her and every other thing. Àwọn àgbàlagbà, wọ́n máa ń ní òye bó ṣe ń túfọ̀. He now called the lady, that, how are you doing? How's everything? He said, okay, assuming God asks a gift for your family and asks you, your family member, to send somebody to represent the family to collect the gift on behalf of the family, who do you think should go and meet God and collect the gift? The lady said, to meet God and collect the gift for our family, It's my dad that was saying, because my dad is so precious to us. The pastor said, that was just what just happened. And the pastor moved immediately. The lady said, I couldn't process it. The lady said, I couldn't process it. Before anything, the pastor has gone. The pastor has said it. He said, sir, what did you... Before she could process it, she was on the bed already. You know. That your father has just died. That is just the meaning. So, we require empathy to communicate some things. You can communicate good things in a bad way, and people will not like it. So, understanding our personality and personality of others will help us with communication and empathy. It helps us in conflict management. Conflict is not crisis. There is crisis management, conflict management. Conflict is just differences in views, in opinions. We can manage it because we understand our personality and we also give room for personality of others. It helps us in motivation alignment. Leaders can tailor support and recognition to team members. It helps us in team synergy. We work in units in the church. Why do we usually have rancors among units in the church? Because either the leaders don't even understand their own personality, the team members don't understand their own personality. It's pretty difficult for us to work together because we don't understand this. The personality is fluid. It has implication for trust and influence. You can't influence somebody that doesn't trust you. Anybody that doesn't trust you, you can't influence the person. You can't. When leaders model self-understanding, you understand yourself, others feel valued and inspired to grow. For you to lead others, you must first lead yourself. You understand yourself and you understand the personality of others. So if I were you, in our team, we'll continually conduct this personality test for everybody to understand their own personality. So when you want to behave, you know, oh, this is my personality, this side of me shouldn't come out. And it helps you to curb yourself. I wish this whole room is filled with church workers. And appreciate those who are online too. Do you understand? Because a lot of people act because they don't know themselves. They don't know themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, we have looked into the theories of personality and measurement. And this reflects, different approaches. We look at nomothetic and geographic approach. Then we look at people in organization. Case study, a church. People varies. Personality varies. Ability varies. So our opportunities, our stand to be open-minded and know that personality is not static. You cannot, underline that word, you cannot lead others if you don't understand yourself.
So, I just have a quick question.
Please go ahead.
Sir, this question I want to ask, what if you understand your own personality, and that's your own personality, people see you for that, who you are, right? But concerning the workers and where we work and things like that, and your personality is like a very quiet person, that's, like you said, how you wish this church is full of workers. But because they know the leader's personality that is very calm, they just do things anyhow. I would say because you need to see yourself. Don't bring out that thing in you. What am I saying? Let me say it. Let me eat it by the head because I don't pretend. This is a church workers' day. I'm sorry. This is a church workers' day. We are many. Like you said, we are full. There's so many workers. Many of us are not here. I don't know. Maybe some people might have some reason why they are not here. But because, my own pastor, he doesn't talk. I don't know, maybe I should... Let me stop.
As I close, people in organization varies on a number of dimensions, personality and abilities. So understanding one's personality is important for self-awareness, for growth mindset, for empathy and communication, for conflict management, for motivation, for team synergy, and trust and influence. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this session. Thank you.
Yeah, we're starting late.
Okay. Half past.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Perception is reality. Actually, yeah, you're a scientist. Yeah, okay.
Báwo ni? Ẹ kú iṣẹ́, àwọn jọmọ́ mi ń gbọ́. Ẹ ṣáà ń yọ wọn lẹ́nu ṣá. Ẹ ṣáà ń yọ wọn lẹ́nu. Mo rántí bàbá náà wà kékeré. Káàmá ni màmá ìṣọ́ òru gbogbo ẹ̀.
They know it's true.
Ẹ́
That's how it goes. But I don't know if that comes across as much. You know what I'm saying?
ẹ̀yin náà dèrè dàkéèyàn ìṣọ́ òru báyìí. Àìmọye ó lè fẹ́ dá àti agbègbè mo dẹ̀ rí àwọn Fúlàní dẹ̀ ló tún ní èmi rò bí a high kí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn èmi rí owó tó fa ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù jẹ́ wọ́n lè gbé dání èmi yẹn ti sọ pé kó má gbé dání rọ́dà mi kò sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa lò ó very very. Ọkọ̀ gbẹdẹ tí ò lówó bẹ̀. Ọkọ̀ tí wá sílẹ̀.
I can't vote for him. So that's what I've observed that actually
Get back to our seat. Yes, yes, yes. Those of us who couldn't participate in the first session activities, please, I will appreciate if you participate in this second session activities. I hope we enjoyed the first session activity, right? Can we get seated, please? Those who are outside, can we enjoin them to come in? How many people do we have online? Okay, let's get seated. Let's get seated. The class rep. What's Jama? Grandma. You are welcome to this second session. I'm very sure we had. Can we just quickly do a quick review of what we discussed during the first session? Or should we wait till the end of the second session so we'll do a review together? Right? I think that would be more holistic, right? Good. So this session, we're still looking at leading self to lead others. Standing on the initial session where we look at personality, now we'll be looking at emotional intelligence. Why do we need emotional intelligence? We deal with people, we relate with people. Now we've known who we are as an individual. We've been able to identify our own personality and also to be empathetic and understand other people's personality. That personality could be influenced by different factors. So ability to sympathize with others, knowing the influences of their personality type is very important. Yeah.
Personality, can it be prayed out?
Nah. Nah.
No.
I will go empirical with you. Nah. I don't want to, because if I should go that route with you, I'll be subjective. I will go objective with you. Don't forget, here, I'm not here as a pastor. I'm here as a teacher. I know where to draw the line. If you are in the spiritual meeting, I could tell you yes. But here now, if I tell you yes, somebody might continue to be doing that bad thing he's been doing and saying, I will fast and pray. But the Bible says you watch and pray. Watch comes before prayer. That watching says, be self-aware of who you are. If you are not aware on what is happening, what will you want to pray on? Do you understand? So there is, don't mind me. At times in class, So he said, you look as a pastor. I look as if I'm here as a lecturer, I'm a teacher. So I will deal with you objectively. So it's even easier when you are aware of that personality that is not too good. You work on it. Your prayer will be easily answered. But you have not worked on it. There was no conscious and deliberate effort. You are not being intentional in changing that behavioral characteristics you are praying. Because God also wants us to change. So let's dive into mastering emotional intelligence. Mastering emotional intelligence. In the bid to lead ourselves and lead others, it is important that we master our emotional intelligence. So in this session, we'll try to understand how emotional intelligence influences our behavior, our relationship with people, then our development. We also try to reflect on our own emotions and how emotions influence our leadership behavior at unit level, at family level, even at workplace. How it influences our management style, leadership style. We'll look at it. Sorry for that. I just have to answer that call. So, are we together?
Yes, sir.
So, in this session, we'll try to look at emotional intelligence. We'll try to, can anybody tell us if you have heard this word emotional intelligence before? Okay, what do you have to say about it?
Probably being aware of your environment.
Being aware of your environment. Sir? That is emotional intelligence. Thank you, Pastor V. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor V. Thank you.
Yes, but actually, yeah.
It is natural. That is it. What you saw there was just a role play. I didn't receive any call. I played it out.
I genuinely felt, I noticed.
No. It was intentional to test something. And somebody got it. Yes.
What I could see was that, based on your profile that I've seen, and you know that we are on air, you can never receive call.
Okay.
So I knew you were playing something. If you saw something, you see.
But you are not confident enough. You are not bold enough to come out with it.
I was laughing because I knew you were playing it out. Because when you pick the call, looking at your profile on this kind of program, you can never Even if you see your father in heaven calling, if you see
know,
God is calling like this,
I will not.
You will never pick the call. So I knew you were bringing something. So I was like, okay.
Okay.
So I knew you were the
And people online will have like, who is this Agbero lecturer that I've been receiving call on? Yes, you could have asked. Hello, sir. Is everything okay?
What I thought was you had set your phone to maybe it had to be like somebody super important that you had to pick it up.
Yes, it could be.
So when you have to pick it up, and then I saw your face change. I said, "But I hope
All is well.
Yeah, in my mind, I was like,
Most of the time, we are not being sensitive to people's emotions. At work, at home, things changed because we are not emotionally intelligent. I use this example mostly in class. I'm a very active person in class. So any class I want to teach emotional intelligence, I come with that kind of face you see. You know, some students who are just too keen about hearing their lectures, listening to their lectures and go, they are not bothered. But some say, Professor, are you okay? This is not the kind of person we normally see. Are you fine? As workers, as leaders in our unit, somebody come to rehearsal, somebody come to meeting, and that person just managed to come. You are too focused on what to be done. You are not focused on the person. We've seen situations, people come to work, and their manager are not paying attention to what is happening. And the guy leaves the work, immediately go and commit suicide afterwards. Because you're not being emotionally intelligent. You can't pick signals. Somebody's having a challenge in church. You are not being emotionally intelligent. And he leaves church and he goes to Babalawo house the same day. And he puts his garments in the bag and he moves out to look for other solution. Because you could... Enough. Because you couldn't pick it. Hello? There is a place of spirituality. There is a place of sensitivity. In dealing with people, we must be sensitive. What is emotional intelligence? It refers to individual ability. So it's an ability. Something you are able to do. You develop it. It is not a gift. It is not a talent. You develop it over time. I wasn't surprised when Pastor B came to me. That is who he has been for years. At least I've known Pastor B now since 2002. That should be 24 years now. That is who he is. He didn't wait. He couldn't. His spirit, his being couldn't have waited till the end of the program that I finished. He had to stand up from there. Not because of his position. Even if he's the smallest here, that's what he will do. What's emotional intelligence? Ability to identify it. Quickly pick it. Ability to do what? To assess it. That assess is talking about measurement. You measure the implication of this emotion, the way this guy is feeling. Are you sure we are going to enjoy this lecture? Are you sure with the call he received he's not going to collapse while he's teaching? To measure the consequences of that emotion. Then ability to control it. To regulate it. Emotions of one's emotion and emotion of others. If you can't control your emotion, it will be pretty difficult for you to control the emotion of others. Emotional intelligence. Moving from IQ to EQ. Emotional quotient. Emotional intelligence is the ability to perceive it, to assess it, and generate emotions so as to assist thoughts, understand emotions and emotional knowledge, and to reflectively regulate emotions so as to promote emotional and intellectual growth. There are basic emotions, universal emotions: anger, fear, sadness, happiness, disgust, surprise. And of course, it has a dimension of, moral emotions that have moral implication. Because of our instant judgment on situations that evoke them, most of the time, people don't act on logic, on reasoning. People act on emotions. What are the functions of emotional intelligence, among other things? There's a relationship between emotional intelligence and rationality. Let me just break it for you. We have IQ, which is intelligent quotient. It's the realm of logic. It's the realm of reasoning. It has to do with brain. And we have EQ, which is the connection between your heart and your brain. Heart is about feelings. Human being, we are tripartite in nature. The learning, 3 different domains of learning. We talk about cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor. Cognitive has to do with the realm of cognition, brain. Affective has to do with the realm of feelings, which is the heart. If these two should work independently, we can act wrongly. That is why if you are too logical, you could be very strict, extremely strict, and you might not take good decisions at times because it's extreme. If you are very emotional, you could be extreme too. So emotional intelligence says you plug your brain with your heart and there will be a spark. It's maintain a balance from emotionality and rationality. If the law says, if you do this, this is the sanction. Let's assume you come to work late. Let's assume you needed to make a presentation at work to a client, and of course, that deal cost about £50,000. And on the day of presentation, you didn't show up. You came late, 2 hours late. And of course, that's sabotage against the organization. Because you'll be doing that, and you have been scheduled to do that. Naturally, there are policies, there are disciplinary actions towards that. Is that correct? So if you should come, I should be able to issue that disciplinary action immediately. But someone now came. Emotional intelligence, what happened? Jane, why did you come late? This is unlike you. That is one angle, right? Another angle is, Jane, you are here late? No, this is unacceptable. Please, you hear from the HR, and that's it. Another person will say, Jane, what happened? Before you know it, tears started rolling down his cheek. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It wasn't intentional. I was preparing, coming this morning, and my spouse just slept in the bathroom and died. Do you still expect me to sack him? Do you still expect me to punish him? Emotional intelligence. Adding emotion to your intelligence. The realm of logic, reasoning. As was in beginning, it is now, ever shall be. Do you understand? Emotional intelligence, you could see connecting your brain to your heart. Don't allow your brain to extremely rule you. Neither you allow your heart to extremely rule you. connect the two, there will be a spark here. That's the balance. What is emotional intelligence? Why do we need emotional intelligence? Why do we need to improve our emotional intelligence? It forms the juncture at which cognition and emotions meet. It facilitates our capacity for resilience, for motivation, for empathy, reasoning, stress management, communication, and our ability to read and navigate a plethora of social situation and conflict. So as leaders, at whatever capacity, in family, in church, we must cultivate an environment where people feel confident in speaking their mind. When people are not comfortable to speak their mind with you, it's a sign that you are not emotionally intelligent. You can't relate with them. Exchanging their view and expressing their emotion. Some of the reasons why you have crisis at the home front at times is because of lack of emotional intelligence. Some of the reasons why we have conflicts within organization, in a team, is as a result of lack of emotional intelligence. Because most of the time, human being, we are naturally fashioned to operate at the extremes. It is important to strike a balance between emotions. Plug your brain with your heart, and there will be light, illumination. And of course, light dispels any darkness. There is a light that shines in darkness, and darkness comprehended it not. The superiority of light against darkness is unquestionable, and it is instant. When you know better, you will do better. You balance your mind. Don't let the brain take you to the extreme. Logic, reasoning. We know you are correct. We know you are subjective. You are objective rather. But is there a human face to what you are doing? Let's look at domains of emotional intelligence. There are 5 domains. Self-awareness. Knowing how you feel. The emotion that is ruling you. We'll do a psychometric test now that will reveal our emotional intelligence. And the level at which we are. That should be in your pack. There is another psychometric test. When it is time, I'll let you know when we'll do it. Self-awareness. Are you aware of the state of your emotional intelligence? Another one is self-regulation. Ability to regulate yourself. In our grown-up days, it's not common in UK. I'm not sure if I've ever seen one. Ceiling fan. I've not seen one before. Where we came from, every SMC, And at times, some of these fan, at times the regulator will go spoiled. And they use wire to... Are you talking from experience? And the fan will be doing waga, 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 waga. You understand? The regulator... No backup. So if you are cold in the night, you have to wake up and remove it. Because the regulator is not functioning. And the regulator must be within your control. The regulator of the heating system in your room must be within your control. If the heating system in your room is being controlled at another place, people who live in a shared apartment, they always have problem with that. It is when they own the central heating that you understand, except you keep one personal. Do you understand? The regulation must be within your, area of control. Can you imagine on your birthday, as my very good friend, I have a gift for you, a car gift on your birthday, because you have won premiership now, right? And I say, on your birthday, my very good friend, as a class rep, I have a car gift for you. 2026 Tesla. factory fitted. As my friend, I have a car gift for you. And on your birthday, I came with that key. My very good friend, this is a car gift for you. Please have the key of the car, but the car does not have a brake. That is not a car, that's a coffin. Anything that doesn't have a control will end you in a crash. The emotions you cannot control will land you in a crash. The essence of brake system in a car is to regulate the speed. Any speed without control will end in a crash because there are some roads that there are bends. In the journey of life, there are bends. You slow down on some bends, you navigate the bend before you continue your journey. Speed is not always important when there's no control. That speed could lead to crash. Self-regulation. There are things you stand and say, no, I won't do this. You regulate yourself. Even the emotions is budging. No, I will give it to her. I will give it to her the way it is. Mama sotinu en gbogbo gba. I'm talking about emotional intelligence, ability to regulate oneself. And you know one thing? Go and check. Anytime you can't regulate yourself, the society regulates you. And it's called discipline. Most people in the prison, they are being societally regulated. You understand?
Yeah, I have a question about when you had the picture of heart and head.
Mm-hmm.
Head, you might be
Brain.
very logical. The brain, sorry,
Yeah.
you might be very logical. The heart, you might be extremely emotional.
Yeah.
So now, if somebody has not blocked both and they are on the heart side, how do we think that can end them up in crisis?
People can take unnecessary advantage of you. You won't be firm. And as a leader, you have to be free and firm. Even with the brake system. When you want to regulate the speed, you match it. It's grip. Anytime you match it, it doesn't grip. There is a danger. And you release it. You match it. Free and firm. And that's what Douglas McGregor was saying in his theory X and Y. That you should be free and firm. Don't be too free. Don't be too firm. Be in between. If you are too free, you will run a successful organization. People should know. So, as leaders, you have carrot and stick. When people do what is good, you give them carrot. The same meaning, the person who has done what is good, that is enjoying the carrot, and the person misbehaves immediately, you give him stick immediately to regulate his behavior, to reset his brain immediately. You must have carrot and stick. And when people know that either of the two can come out at the same time, naturally the system is regulated. So you must balance it. As leaders, you must cultivate an environment where people feel confident in speaking their mind, exchanging their views, and expressing their emotions. I've talked about self-regulation. Motivation is derived from the word movere, ability to drive oneself. And of course, it's mostly self-motivation, and you motivate others. This one, they are encouraging you. You lack emotional intelligence. But they're shelly. There are things within the group, within the team, you are motivated to do, and you motivate others. Then empathy. Empathy is quite different from sympathy. Sympathy is empathy is, I'm seeing that thing that happened as if it happened to me. Putting myself in his shoe. If this thing happened to me, how will I feel if somebody reacts to me this way? Empathy. Ability to relate with people as if what they are experiencing we are the one experiencing such. This one will help us to relate with people and be sympathetic, be empathetic with people in some situations. So you will not become judgmental in all cases. Emotional intelligence. Don't be judgmental. The situation you are judging, you have not been there. If you find yourself in that situation, you might not do better. Then we'll talk about social skill, relational skill, ability to relate with people, ability to, establish, sustain, and maintain mutually beneficial relationship with people. Yeah, well, me, I maintain my own space. I don't relate with you. No matter who you are, you need people. We all need ourselves. No one can be an island. As a matter of fact, God created us as a social being. After He created us as a spiritual being, He breathed the breath of life in us. That was the first man that was created. He didn't stop there. He said, it is not good for this one to be alone. So I will create for him an helpmate. That is social being. Hello? Social skill, we develop it, we cultivate it. Say, no, me, I don't like relating with people. I like my space. Which space? It's pride. Thank you, Grandma. It's pride. Social skill is key. People can be low on emotional intelligence. People can be high on emotional intelligence. How do you know when people are low on emotional intelligence? When people are aggressive, demanding, egotistical, bossy, confrontational, I will give it to him. If you say one, I will say 10. You are just advertising your inadequacies. It shows you are low on emotional intelligence. When you are confrontational, you are just low emotional intelligence. Can you regulate that emotion? Because it is the emotion of anger that will make you to go to that extreme. Resistant to change. No, this is who I am. I can't. He's low of emotional intelligence. You are just low on emotional intelligence. You need help. Serious one for that matter. Passive, unresponsive, slow, stubborn, critical, picky, fuzzy, hard to please, perfectionism. I hope you know perfectionism is a weakness. Yeah?
So I'm personally a perfectionism. I like things done well and done in such a way that I want it to be done. Like in my own way. I want this thing to be done well. Like it has to be detailed. So is it a bad thing looking at what you're saying now? So especially if I'm giving a project at work, there's a way I even do it that this is how I want it to do. If I'm doing something at home, I will tell my husband, buy ni kashishe. It's nice this way. Not being, trying to...
Hold on, please.
Not being trying to control, but just, things should just be done properly.
Good.
Things should just be done well, as expected. So is it a bad thing from what you're saying?
I appreciate that. Well, that's one of the reasons why you are in class today, and you are discovering some things you don't know before, too. Then, learning and unlearning. Then I ask you, from that question, before I answer your question, is there only one way to do anything? There are many ways. It's just being open-minded to other ways. Now, I'm coming. Hold on. What you call low standard is as a result of your own judgment. Can we have one class, please? Hello, can we have one class? What you call low standard is as a result of your own judgment. I'm in academics, and we categorize marks. A starts from 70 and above. B starts from 69 to 60. C starts from 50 to 59 to 50. We're at master's level. If you score 49, you have failed. Now, I'll take the one of A that starts from 70 to 100. If I score 71 and you score 90, what category are we?
No, it's not the same. High score, middle score, low score.
Hello? See, life can be very... life can be very cheap and easy when we understand some of these things. Perfectionism is not always good. I don't subscribe to doing things shabbishly. I fall to your class. I pay attention to details. But I have soiled my hand many times in the name of perfectionism. I could remember many years ago when I was in university, because I want to answer all questions, not only answer all questions, they ask that you give 5 points. I know 10 points. I want to give the 10 points. For the lecturer to know that I don't just only know it, I know it beyond reasonable doubt to convince him. Right? And most of the time, I will be found late in submission and I've been penalized for it. If I have written 6 within that time, I'll still have passed. Perfectionism is good, but don't take it to the extreme. That's what we're saying. Anytime you take it to the extreme, check it. There's a problem with your emotional intelligence. One can be high on emotional intelligence, assertive, ambitious, strong-willed, decisive. You are warm, enthusiastic, charming, sociable, persuasive, patient, stable, predictable, consistent. You are a good listener. You are detailed. That one can suffice for perfectionism. You are careful, meticulous, systematic. You are neat. Before we go to the implications of emotional intelligence, let's find out the level at which we are on emotional intelligence with respect to this dimension of emotional intelligence. Let's turn to our psychometric tests. You need to know your emotional intelligence now. The level at which you are. Yes. Yes. You don't need to share it. You will know it yourself. For your self-development. That's the essence of it. This could take some time, but I'm very sure we'll do it. It is Goleman Emotional Intelligence Scale there. It's a rating scale, and of course, it's self-rating scale. If you see section 1, it talks about self-awareness. You have to rate yourself. Please be as objective as possible. The greatest agony that could happen to a man is self-deception. Be as objective as possible. Because nobody will share your result. The result is meant for you to develop yourself and change some things. Now, consider each statement in turn. Use 1 to 5 scale to indicate the extent to which you think the statement applies to you. 1, this statement applies to me, very small extent, or only infrequently. 5, this statement applies to me to a very great extent or very often. So you have a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is very small, often. But 5 is always. So you can put it on a scale. So it is 5. You could just say strongly agree, disagree, agree, disagree, strongly disagree, right? So for instance, I know which emotion I am feeling and why. If you agree extremely, you put 5. If you don't agree extremely, if it's to this small extent, you put 1. So within that scale of 1 to 5, rate yourself. You do that for self-awareness, which is section 1. You do that for self-regulation, which is section 2. You do that for others. This could take some time. Yeah, between 10-15 minutes, you should be able to do this. Let's go ahead, please. I hope you all understand what to be done now. Good. Then after that, we'll now do the scoring. We'll analyze it. We are just discovering ourselves. This session is for self-discovery. Okay, because of our time, let's do something. Because of our time, let's just do section 1 and section 2 on self-awareness and self-regulation, right? When we get home, we can do others just to know ourselves, right? Let's just do section 1 and section 2. Then we'll take it to scoring, and and interpretation. Let's just do the 1 and 2, all right? That shouldn't take much time. Don't worry, these are some of the things we teach in consulting class, master's class that people pay thousands of dollars for. So we'll all move together. If you are done with 1 and 2, you wait for others, then we'll do the scoring together. Did you read this thing? I did. Okay. Yeah, you do this too, yeah. Be as objective as possible. No, don't worry. I will explain to you. I will explain the code to you later. Just do this one. Do the scoring. You done? We'll do it together. If you are done, can I see your hand? Okay. Let's wait for others. It's 1 or 2 minutes. So we'll do the scoring together. We'll do the interpretation together. Just the 1 and 2, section 1 and section 2, self-awareness and self-regulation is enough. You can complete others at home, please. Very important. So you know what to work on. Are we all done? Okay. Now, let's look at the scoring sheet. I want to show you something there. Turn to the scoring sheet. Are you there? The scoring sheet says, add up your score for each set of 4 questions and put a total score for each competency into the score column. So what are we supposed to do? For instance, on self-awareness, can you see a code there? EA1, EA2, EA3, EA4. Can you see it? SA1, SA2, SA3, SA4. Can you see that? And so forth. EA talks about emotional awareness. That's a competency. AS talks about accurate self-assessment. SE talks about self-esteem. These are indices that makes up self-awareness. Don't forget, you are dealing with psychometric tests. Now, EA1, EA2, EA3, EA4, they are items that makes up EA in its entirety. So add up what you have in EA1, EA2, EA3, EA4. Add it together. It will give you a score, and you put it in brackets in front of the 4th one. Do you understand? EA1, EA2, EA3, EA4. Add your score together. It will give you a single score. Okay. Put it in brackets in the in front of the EA4, yes. Also for AS1, AS2, AS3, AS4. Add the score together. Put that score you got, the sum, in front of AS4. And do it for others. And you do it for self-regulation too. You've done that? Good. 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 If you have done that, you do this also. You added all this together. Good. If you have done that for section 1 and section 2, which is self-awareness and self-regulation, let me show we have all done that. Then we'll now go to the scoring sheet. You didn't finish the second one, but you did the first one. Okay, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. EA4, add it together, I'll give you a score. 1, 2, 3, 4, add it together, I'll give you a score. You didn't pick anything here, why? So let's go to the scoring sheet. You transfer it to the scoring sheet. Transfer your score to the scoring sheet. That will be over 20. Yes, okay. That's over 20, right? Good. Please, when you get to make sure you do others. It will reveal you to you. Now, having transferred to 20, now rate it. You rate it. Making the lowest total score equal priority 1. The lowest one should be 1. You rate it. The lowest one, you give it first. The next one, you give it to rate it from the lowest to the highest. No, this cannot be. There is 13 here. Yeah, it will be the same rating. The lowest. This should be first position. Right? This one should be second position. You rate it as such. Yeah?
Like this one. So this one is lowest.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and then for this, that.
Absolutely. You do for these two. Fantastic. Yep. The same mark. They carry the same ranking.
So the next one will be 3 or...
Yes. No. If you have 213, and that is number 1. Okay. What's the situation? 213 will be 2-2. Yes.
So the 14
will now be third. You have a scoring sheet somewhere here. This is a scoring sheet. You transfer your score here. So what you have in EA, where do you have this? Where do you get this from? EA, you put 16 here. SE, you put the score here. AS, you put the score. It's true, right? Good. Hello? 4, yes. Oh, you get 16, yes.
So how do we...
Now, you see, this one we share me, but more than saying. Can we want to mean some more suffering? He said, "Oh, but yeah, but I ain't no giddy." Hello, are we together? The lowest one, which is the first priority, you must pay attention to. It shows you are low on that. You must work on it to bring it up. Innovation. Being comfortable with novel idea approaches a new thing and information. You are low on novel ideas. You are very conservative. You hardly embrace novel ideas, especially if it doesn't come from you. That's revealing you to you. So you should begin to be open-minded. Now, this psychometric test is measuring, we can see where we are on emotional intelligence now. So which one is your priority 1? And tell me how you want to manage it, how you want to work on it. I will tell you how you can do it. Go ahead, please.
Self-esteem, a strong sense of own self-worth. I always second-guess myself, even when I'm capable. So I think I can do it. But at the end of the day, if I put in the effort, I'm always doing my job.
Which one is your first priority?
Innovation.
Okay. What's your score there? 9. Okay? Self-esteem. Second guess yourself. Okay? Which one is yours? Which one has the lowest?
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem. Self-control. Is that you? Good. Self-awareness. You don't know yourself as such. In terms of competencies. Seriously.
But this one covers it up.
Yeah. Self-assessment. Okay. Now the question is, it is not enough to discover that. Please, when you get home, do the rest so you will know where to pay attention to. And how do you improve that? It's not out of place to develop a personal plan for yourself. It will help you within the family. It helps you in the church. It helps you in your organization where you work. It helps you with relationship with people. And there are so many ways. Hello? One of the ways you can develop it is one. Do you want to engage in reading? There are books you can read on those such areas, on those areas. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that will help you develop those competencies. Why not? You can engage in mentoring program. Probably you know somebody who have that competencies you don't have. Why not? Many years ago, I saw something in somebody that I love so much. And I approached the person that I love what I see in you. I want to be your mentor. You know, many years ago, we were at a postgraduate research seminar, and I saw one of my professor. I was a master student then, back home. And this guy was tearing research as if the guy was eating, banana. After the seminar, I went to him. I said, "Sir, my name is Olugbenga Akintola. I saw what I love in you. I want to be your mentee." The guy laughed. Laughed me to score. He said, "Mentee." As if he was hearing that thing for the first time. "I don't know you. You don't know me. How will you be my mentee?" I said, "Sir, I saw what I love in you. You know this thing too much." So we started. He said, "Okay, are you sure?" I got his contact. He got my contact. And then anytime I'm doing research work, I give him a call. "Hello, sir. I'm doing something I don't understand." He will explain to me. At the time, I was in, Lagos. And I give him a call. "Sir, there's something I'm doing I don't understand." I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Lagos." He said, "Meet me at Ijebu-Igbo." I went to go and take bus immediately. I need to know that thing. Whatever you lack, somebody has it, sir. Be humble to get it. When you have it, nobody drags it with you again. But it takes humility to learn. Elisha said, "I must have it." And he got it. But somebody said, "What does he have that any other person don't have?" There are so many things he has that you don't have. Be humble. This is a generation that is lacking in mentoring. They don't want to be mentored. They know all. Though I'm not averse. Some mentors, they have become mentolatum anyway. I'm aware of that. Do you understand?
They'll burn you.
Right? But at least on your own part, be humble. Be humble and go to somebody that, "See, I'm struggling in this area. Can you help me?" You are in a unit. Somebody is singing exceptionally. You're like, be humble. I'm breaking table, right? Don't mind me. I find myself. I'm home. Show Nicoloma drag ban, Nicoloma lead the service, Kilo Shetanico Sherry, and be humble. And we see this thing everywhere. It limits you. Hello? Pride is a sinker. It sinks somebody. And when you sink, you will stink. I'm talking about emotional intelligence. The person might be junior to me. I will go to him and learn that thing. The moment I learn that thing, I have it, I own it. So I'm talking about mentoring. We are talking about ways you can develop some of those competencies. I've talked about reading. I've talked about YouTube videos. I've talked about seek mentorship. Seek mentorship. And it's the cheapest way to hone competencies. Because mentors gives you platforms. The height of a plane is the height of the passenger inside the plane.
Yes, sir.
If the plane is 40,000 feet above sea level, the passenger inside that plane is also 40,000 feet above sea level. When you submit to mentorship, you are standing on the shoulder of those who have gone ahead of you. And they gave you leverage. That person I told you about, he got to a point, anytime he's been invited to go and speak elsewhere, he couldn't go. He will send me. Because he has seen that I have drank so much in him that he has begun to see himself in me. There was a place I worked in Lekki, Lagos. I so subscribed myself to tutelage of that mentor. When we both left, and he consults for schools. And anytime they invite him, he has so many invitations. He says, I'm sorry I can't go, but I have somebody that if I should send him to you, you will forget about me. He's my replica. He will send me there. And so many times, I have been on a platform, speak on a platform that I would never have imagined to be there. It will have to be by my own effort. But by recommendation of mentor, life can be cheap. Your journey can be fast if you leverage on the values of mentors. Mentors gives you leverage. They give you speed. There are doors that it is mentors that open the door for you and ask you to enter. You will never knock that door and the door open for you. Many years ago, I was speaking to members of, state executive, Benue State then. What happened? One of my mentors was invited to come and make a presentation, and he couldn't make it. He said, don't worry, I have somebody to send to you. When I got there, they put me in 5-star hotel, what they booked for my mentor. When I got there, they look at me. One of them was so hungry that, how will you send a student to us? He said, don't worry. After I finished, they called him. They said, Prof, we didn't miss you at all. In fact, who he sent to us is enough. They gave me money to give him. When I got him, he said, it's your money. Go and take him. Those are mentors that are not mentor later. He said, don't worry, it's your money. You are the one that did it. So if you have the opportunity, you do it for others. Subscribe to mentorship. Subscribe to it. Gift of God is transferable. In the kingdom, even Bible says he pick a gift on one and transfer it to others. But we have a swollen-headed and proud generation, especially in this kind of environment, Western world. Excuse me, you will sink. It's a leveler, really. But wherever you want to get to, some people are there already. They are called pathfinders. Be humble to leverage on them. I'm talking about emotional intelligence. It's a social skill. Seeking mentors. I look for people who have what I don't have. Let's try to conclude this class. What are the implications of this for leaders? Recognizing that emotions are a natural part of workplace. When I mean workplace now, church inclusive. And a good management does not mean creating emotion-free environment. So as leaders, let there be rules, let there be standards. Don't create emotion-free environments. Don't allow environments where people can exhibit their emotions the way they are. Because the emotion can be extreme. Hello? Yes, sir. Emotion can take people extreme. No, me must be regulated. Hello? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you don't pay attention to the dictate of the Spirit. But use Spirit to take Spirit. There must be order. Order is the first thing in heaven. So in your units, can you see, even with what I'm saying, you are not even putting order. You are allowing emotions to run you. Take your seat. Do you understand? When people leave their houses, they don't leave their emotions at home. They go everywhere with their emotions. So you create an organization that can regulate people's emotions when that emotions want to come into place. Because people can display their emotions anyhow and anytime. Auto response, the emotion will come out. But when they know there are regulations in place, they will self-regulate it. What's the implication for us as leaders too? To foster creative decision making. Emotional intelligence fosters creative decision making. It brings about creativity. Motivation in employee, members of our unit. It's when people know you are empathetic, you model positive emotions. What you want people to do, you behave it. Don't tell them, do as I say, don't do as I do. Dad, don't follow me or do what the Bible says. You too should do what the Bible says. Model positive emotion and mood as much as authentically possible. As leaders, also, emotional intelligence has implication for us. Provide positive feedback to increase the positivity of people. Let's be very empathetic when we are giving feedback. There is a way I can tell somebody the person is stupid without being insultive. And you'll be laughing. You even thank me for telling you that. Then, madam, well, what you have done it's okay. But really, it's against logic. The moment I tell you it is against logic, it will take you will need dictionary to understand that. But for me to not say you are stupid, that's what will easily bring fights. I just tell you, well, madam, it's what you have done. Yeah, it's fine, but it's against logic, and it doesn't have any empirical evidence, and that what you have done is against logic. But no, I've just presented it the way it is. That it's not an insult. I've just said what you have done is against reasoning. You have not done what is right. Is it not better than tell you that you are stupid? Hold on.
I was listening to something, I don't know, and most of us follow. So there are, of course, which happens during this time, there are documentaries or interviews going on about Guardiola because he's leaving. And Pep Guardiola, outgoing Manchester City, and everybody knows him. He's a successful thing and things like that.
Can you see now? Well, hold on. Pastor Bayo hold the ground.
With evidence,
okay.
He's successful.
We need to bring this class to a close soon.
There is scope to say that he's successful.
Mm-hmm. There are evidences to that.
Exactly. So. Champions League and the rest. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that I think one of the things is that which I was listening to one of his players, Carl Walker, which is, I think I was talking about how he deals with different people in his team. And he said there are some people he shouts at. Not because of them, so that other people can.
That's it.
He said because he also knows that some people, when he shouts at them, they just shut down.
That's emotional intelligence.
So he leads them out. He doesn't. The way he treats people, and this is the question. The way he treats people, he does it in the way to get the best response out of them.
That's it.
Now, the question is that what I've discovered is that it takes, I don't know how best to put it takes a matured player to understand
what is driving out.
That the way he's dealing with people is different.
Yeah.
Because, so the matured ones, he can shout at them when something is going on. He faces them, he can scream. There was one of them
that they should know better.
He threw a shoe at them and things like that. Now, but he won't do that to a younger player.
Yes.
Because they are still in the process of developing.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to say is that to some people, it may be like he has way he treats, but he treats people based on what does he think he can get a response from them.
Yeah.
There are some players that, according to what he said, as soon as they finish, some of them are already in tears because they know they've messed up. There are some that he has to, after shouting at them, he has to invite them to his house. Because even shouting at them, they still don't get what he has just said. So he will have to shout, he will have to call them into his house and now sit them down and begin to say this.
Absolutely.
So what I'm trying to say is that, so the question I just wanted to, is that because at times I feel that as leaders, one of the things you would see is to know, somebody said something to me, I think it was on call, I said that I've noticed that you deal with people individually the way you know them.
That is it.
So how do you now have a thing whereby there is a standard, but there are individuals and how it is applied could be slightly different?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Now, the thing where I just point why I said that to what he said is, in his own English hears.
Is here being rude?
Is
against logic is being rude to him.
But from where we came, that is even that is me. So when you are now leading a team of a mixed generation, a mixed generation, a mixed culture. You said something earlier that when you started the first that if you give birth to a Nigerian child in China, the chances of that child behaving like a Nigerian is very little. They will behave more like Chinese.
Yes.
And things like that. So how do we now do it whereby when you are leading a group that has both older, younger, and and how do you communicate?
Good.
Like what you said now and things, because when you say to somebody what you're saying is is out of logic, you are trying to get a response.
Yeah.
But to somebody who is not younger but from a different culture, they shut down.
Yeah.
So how do you work with
balance
that?
it? Okay. Thank you, Pastor V. Thank you. You are almost summarizing my session. One, my understanding of individual personality will help me to know how to deal with individually, to deal with people individually. Don't forget, personality, we are looking at it not from the nomothetic perspective, but from ideographic perspective. Even Siamese twins, they might not have similar personality. So as a leader, as a team lead, I will deal with them differently because of their personality makeup. One. Then two, the laws and the structure we'll talk about is not cast in stone. The laws shouldn't be an iron cage. No. Structure, even in organization management, Structure, of course, structure will be there, but there is flexibility in structure. That's why we have restructure in organization. In order to embrace possibilities of new things that are coming in place. Is that correct? Good. There will be laws. There will be rules. I gave you an instance the other time. Despite that laws, despite that rules, that rules is just to maintain an acceptable measure of behavior or standard of behavior. But that doesn't mean you won't see some excesses which you can deal with individually. So for me to deal with somebody of his orientation, I might not go that blunt with him, but there is still a way I will communicate what he has done that is bad, using his own language that you understand. I could tell him that, Mike, do you know what you have just done is not techie? Indirectly, I've just told him that what you have done is not scientific. That you know what you have done is not scientific. It's the same way telling you that what you have done is Babulakai. Do you understand? That is why emotional intelligence requires some level of mastery of language. It has to do with communication and empathy. The way I will communicate with you might be quite different from the way I will communicate with him. So understanding individual personality, understanding the weight of the language, and ability to communicate. So the essence of that communication is to bring you close, not to drive you near. Two of you can do the same thing. The way I will correct the two will be different, but still achieve the same aim.
So what do you say to people you are leading who may misinterpret that scenario as favoritism?
Don't deal with people as a group. Deal with people as individual. There are situations where you deal with people as a group. There are situations you deal with people as individuals. If they see it as favoritism, you need to explain the reason you are doing what. See it as favoritism, you must explain to them why. That is why you don't micromanage. You don't do things that most of the time you want to feel good. We want the other person to see us as doing the person favor. If I want to do that for you, I will come into the open. I said, well, Mike, I will allow you to travel and not to come to rehearsal tomorrow because I'm aware you are traveling. I understand. And the reason we are giving you that opportunity is because of this, and that. If not, we wouldn't have given you that opportunity. Everybody knows the reason you are taking that. And make sure also that you are not being partial. Because people know when you are partial. Do you understand now? Yeah. So, in service sector, the implication of emotional intelligence encourages positive display of emotion. We are in the service sector. We are in church. We offer services, spiritual services for spiritual development of people. And don't expect perfect people in church. Church is like hospital. Most people you see in hospital, they are called patients. You have to be patient with them. You understand? Church is like hospital for treatment. And people that are sick that goes to hospital. So in the hospital, you see the sick and you see the non-sick, the doctors. Some of them too, they are sick, right? So don't expect perfection from people in church. When you begin to see it from that angle, you are becoming emotionally intelligent. So you can accommodate people's excesses. So when you are correcting in love. Like Pastor Paul said, You can correct somebody now, and the person not come to with the body about some church in fire. If church for you, means say one more go. You might think, come on, one more. Did we know that somebody didn't come? But you have lost somebody in the kingdom, and you will give account of everybody, even in your team, in your unit. And leaves your units now. You say, I'm not joining the choir again. And before you know it, he's singing elsewhere. And he's on the way to, on a speed lane, fast lane to a fire. When he lands in a fire, you account for that soul. Because you are not emotionally intelligent. When people say, I'm not coming again, don't think, let them go. No. A soul has just been lost. So our emotional intelligence is very important in service sector, church. How we relate with people, how we interact with people, how we deal with people. Very important. It's not about age. It's not about how long they have been in church. No. Be emotionally intelligent with people. Somebody can be old in church and still behave like a child. Be empathetic with them. So when people feel, because our members, they are like our customers in church, feel positive and improve customer service interaction. Understanding the role of emotions and mood to signally improve your ability to explain and predict. This is a reflection as I close. Daniel Goleman is a father of emotional intelligence, and he got these two to say. He said, in a very real sense, we have two minds. One that thinks and one that feels. The one that thinks is in the realm of rationality. The one that feels is in the realm of emotionality. So ability to bring it together and balance it is very important. He also got this to say. He said, if your emotional ability aren't at hand, if you don't have self-awareness, if you are not able to manage your distressing emotion, if you can't have empathy and have effective relationship, then no matter how smart you are not going to get very far. So between going fast and going far, which one do you prefer? It's going far. Rationality can make you go fast. Emotionality can make you go fast on the spur of the moment. But ability to balance the two make you go far. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the session. Why not? You can connect with me on LinkedIn, so we keep the relationship and the contact on. You can scan the QR code. I'm Olugbenga Akintola. Thank you, ma, for this privilege.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We are done. Oh no. Okay, so this is the end because we are at time. I'm not even going to try and give my talk because there's no point. Pastor's not going to give his talk. So what we're going to do, we're going to repeat this in, I don't know, a couple of months. God has asked me to be doing more of these things. Though me really fashion, but it's something that I have to do because I'm asking God to do things for me, so I have to do things for him as well. So we'll have to find a time over the summer to do my talk, there's pastor's talk, and there's also some of the topics that he mentioned that we will have him come back and go into a little bit more detail. Is everybody glad that they came today? How much does everyone want to pay for this session? Who's paying £100? Please leave it at the door. We don't mind. Seriously though, the next one, there's not going to be food. You bring your own. Because you are coming. Chebe lole ema lole anti dayo. Once Nikki soul man lost ema lole. Next time, we'll see how we will do it, but we have plenty to talk about, plenty to share, and I pray that God will keep us. And all these dreams that we all have, it's not hard for God to do, but we need to make it easy for God to take us to those places. And I pray that He does so in Jesus' name. Amen. Over to Pastor Baya.
We thank God and thank you so much, sir. God bless you. This is what I tell people is that the people you know today, you never know when we're in India or in Osu. We didn't know that there was no even view of anything like this anywhere in our mind. It was what to eat and how to prepare for exam. And he cooks a lot, he cooks a lot. He cooks a lot. And he does decoration. Yeah, he does decoration. It's I think those life is gone. I don't think he's. He does decoration and things like that. So those are the things that we're looking at then and those kind of things. But we bless God. Like I said, and this all goes back to please build relationships. Don't start. Somebody mentioned something at a time that when you see Otedola Dangote, you will discover that they are always together. They didn't meet themselves when they were rich. They met themselves when nobody knew them. And that's what somebody said, if you now go and meet those people, like I tell people who do business also, the big businesses you see today that you want to sign for, they started small. Before they meet somebody, before they talk to you, they will talk to people they've been with for 50 years or so years. So as you look for big businesses, start with the small ones that you see. The shop that you see, somebody that has small business, speak to them. They may not give you much, but as you both grow, your businesses grow together. May God grant us grace in Jesus' name. Like I said, what is done today, you probably see places where they will charge about 500, 1,000 pounds for people, organizations to do what per person for what God has helped him to do with us. God bless you, sir, and may God honor you in the name of Jesus Christ. Let us just bless him from the bottom of our heart. Let us just bless him from the bottom of our heart. He still has a job to do, and he knows within the fold, he has a job to do. He has a job to do. The Lord, we pray that you will strengthen him. You will strengthen him. Grant him grace. Please pray for his family. He has his family in Glasgow. They are all in Scotland. That was one reason why I was like, he had, Lord, we pray that you will strengthen them. You will strengthen them. Doors will open in the name of Jesus Christ. In Jesus' most precious name we pray. Lord, we thank you for your son. We thank you for your servant. We thank you for making him a blessing to us. Father, we say, let your name be glorified in the name of Jesus. As people truly feel in their heart that he has added to them, Daddy, may he see the touch of heaven and truly know that you have added to him. In the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you for what you have done. Thank you for what you are doing. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen. Amen.